Nothing happens until somebody sells something.
A nice personality and a warm handshake and a friendly smile, again, 30 years ago, the days of Mad Men may have worked. It doesn't work anymore.
Career opportunities in sales are expected to increase as products and services become more complex, technical, and expensive. Think that you're not a part of this increasing number? Think again. 7 out of every 10 business school graduates get careers in sales. Shouldn't you be ready? The Fisher Institute for Professional Selling is ranked as one of the top 5 best sales programs in the country and is one of only 13 certified sales programs in the nation. Do you remember that 7 out of every 10 business school graduates get careers in sales? If you're thinking about job security, consider the fact that the current job placement rate for Fisher graduates is 100%.
The Fisher Institute prepared me to be ahead in many ways. If you're going to college and you grab your bachelor in business administration, it's not a bad degree at all, but if you want to honestly have a career in sales, that is where the top 20% of these companies come in. You've got to really be able to understand, and the Fisher Institute is going to get you in the right direction.
Because of my experience at the Fisher Institute, when I graduated, I was able to join companies and hit the ground running, and their sales process, their training was something that I was just acing right along the way to the point where I was contributing quicker than other candidates who might have just recently came into the organization.
Employers are looking for specific abilities from students they hire. The Fisher has great feedback from many employers satisfied with Fisher grads.
The people who come in and recruit from the Fisher Institute, our College of Business, tell us time and again that what they like in our students is that they've had real-world experience, they've typically had an internship or a co-op experience, and the teaching that they have experienced has been a hands-on, iterative experience in which they have practiced and done the business of selling.
Some of the candidates from the Fisher Institute, I think, are very well prepared to help us with our sales growth initiatives, in that we hire sales analysts we hire for the sales analyst position. And many of the people from the Fisher Institute are already versed in computer skills. I think they're very well versed in computer skills, so they're prepared for that aspect of our sales process, because we have a very analytical, technical type of sale. Additionally, I think they have sales skills, or they come already with sales skills, so they're really 6 to 12 months ahead of the curve from people that we would see that don't have that sales ability or background.
Well, the Fisher grads that we hire can hit the ground running. They come to us with, strangely, a lot of real-world experience.
If you want a job, and you want a job in sales or marketing, and you have a technical background, go to the Fisher Institute. Get a degree, or at least get a number of courses in it. You'll have a much better chance of success in getting a job.
Job placement isn't all you're thinking about after graduation. Some of our graduates have earned $80,000 in their first year of employment. Not only is the pay good, but other advantages of sales careers include job security, advancement opportunities, prestige, immediate feedback, job variety, and independence.
Sales is the second highest paid profession in the United States, right behind doctors. It's a very, I would say, sexy business. If you're a top-notch salesperson, you can go anywhere in the United States, anywhere in the world for that matter. There's a huge demand for our services. There will continue to be a huge demand for our services. You've got to be able to think on your feet, you've got to be able to move, you've got to be able to sell, you've got to be able to do a lot of things at one time. I think sales is the best profession in the world. I think anybody that would be not willing to help people get through that Fisher Sales Institute is not thinking long-term, or not looking at the big picture. The big picture is you've got to help students achieve their goals in life, and one of their goals in life is to be successful. Be successful, get that degree, it opens a lot of doors for you.
I would encourage the students to really take a hard look at the landscape that's out there today, and the opportunities that may have been there for their parents or grandparents today are different. And any organization is going to be looking for strong sales candidates to bring on board into their organization, even in a recession. So there's tremendous opportunity for the students.
When I went through the interview process, the demand for employees right now is really, really high. You had to understand what the sales process is. These questions involved understanding the sales career. It's not just about having a good personality and answering a few simple questions. The nice thing about the Fisher Institute is going through the Fisher Institute, you're going to be so much more confident in your ability to answer these questions and understanding the field of sales.
What I took away most was just the infinite knowledge from all the different professors that I had. You know, most of them are currently in the sales industry, and just the knowledge that they had of the real world and being able to share that with us in different applications. You know, they would teach us something in the classroom and they would tell us of an example of how they dealt with that in their careers. And I think just that insight into how it is in the real world after college was a huge impact on my life and my career.
One of our 5 founding principles is that we assist students, and we live by our founding principles, and we really want to take care of the students. And Sales and Marketing Executives International of Akron has monthly luncheons, and we invite the students to come to that, and they meet the business leaders of the Akron area, the top professional sales and marketing people, and they rub shoulders with them. So not only are they learning about all the processes and current trends, they're also networking for future contacts when they get out in the business world.
What will you learn? Our programs include a major in sales management, minor in sales management, certificate in professional selling, and certificate in healthcare selling.
I've been in several institutions, higher education institutions. When I came here, I thought the Fisher Sales Institute was one of the most unique of its kind. And I think it's because of the facilities that we have and what we're able to do with those facilities. You know, first of all, it's one thing to teach concepts in the classroom when it comes to professional sales and negotiations, but it's a totally different thing to actually see how students apply those skill sets and are actually able to see themselves in those settings and create scenarios and case situations, and students reacting to these situations. I think it adds a whole totally different dimension to teaching, which we never had in the past.
I definitely believe that the Fisher Institute has helped me significantly when it comes to understanding what it takes to see yourself in that position of sales. When you look at yourself on video recordings and you see what you're doing wrong and you see what you're doing right, you can make those small adjustments to fix those concepts and make sure you're doing the correct things. Obviously, you can go through any university and get the information, or any book to get the information for spin selling and FAB selling and all that information, but it's not going to help you unless you get a real good base in learning how to use it effectively in a real life situation.
Well, the nice thing about the Fisher Institute, one of the things it did for me is gave me a well-rounded experience. So not only did I get the classroom book knowledge of sales, the sales process, all the things that are involved in sales, but then we got to take it to the role play setting and actually go out there and sell a product while being monitored by a professor. This is something that's not comfortable to do, but if you want a successful career in sales, if you want to be successful in your career, this is something that is absolutely necessary. So that is a very, very big factor for the Fisher Institute. And then the classrooms, or the classes that are involved as well, are fantastic. It's a very well-rounded curriculum that gives you an opportunity to have a great background to start a successful career in sales.
My advice to someone who hasn't made the decision yet, who's thinking about going into sales or has a passion for sales, going to the Fisher Institute will help you be the most successful person in whatever career you're choosing. Because of the different skills they give you. You are getting light years ahead of the competition. You are learning so much more than someone who just gets a degree and thinks they can jump into the sales field. You get years and years of experience. You get real life experience with the Fisher Institute. You're going to be able to have more experience behind your belt. You're going to be able to jump into whatever field you're looking to get into with both feet running.
What I would say to a student that hadn't defined their major but was interested in sales, I would say absolutely the Fisher Institute. It's better than a sales training program that you get with a company. You're a step ahead by by graduating with a sales degree from Fisher Institute.
The Fisher Institute is a great place to learn and a great place to start your career in sales. If you would like to learn more, please contact Dr. Linda Orr.